Hello, my beautiful babes with the unambiguous phenotype and hot cocoa brown skin shade. So, I actually have a sad colorism story to share. Well, it begins sad, but it ends in triumph. So I met my first ever bully in the fourth grade. My first bully was an average looking, light brown skinned girl. She actually was the same complexion as Megan the Stallion, but honestly, no one really paid much attention to her. I don't know. I guess she really didn't really have anything special about her, and she knew she was invisible. She hated being invisible, so to cope, she actually resorted to being really aggressive with the other students. And she especially was aggressive with me. See, colorism can start as early as the fourth grade. This girl only bullied me because I was an unambiguous dark skinned girl who got a lot of attention. I got attention because I was pretty, I was smart, I was always one of the lead roles whenever my school held a school play for us. I was hyper feminine. I had long breast length hair and I looked different than my African American peers. See, to my classmates, I was always seen as the exotic Caribbean girl. And yes, I do have a Jamaican background. But yeah, all my life, I've been effortlessly feminine. And as I mentioned in my last video, being a hyper feminine, unambiguous dark skinned girl is a colorist worst nightmare. They hate seeing privileged, unambiguous dark skinned girls. And that was the case with me and my first bully. When she picked on me, she only came at me for being dark skinned. That's the only thing she insulted me about was my deep chocolate skin tone. I guess she thought that since she is a lighter skin tone than I am, that meant that she was better than me. But every single time that I stepped into the classroom, I proved her wrong. I didn't even have to speak to prove her wrong. My looks, my girl next door vibes, my report cards, my awards, my clothing style, my popularity, the way I spoke, she knew that she couldn't come for me in any other area except for color. And that's really sad that the Black community gives lighter skinned women ammunition to destroy the spirits of unambiguous dark skinned women and girls. But it's even more sad that when, as unambiguous dark skinned women, when we don't let colorism affect us, and when we show that colorist insults don't take us off our pedestals, then colorist light skinned women can and will become deranged and hostile. They'll want to fight you for no reason, or in my case, they'll spit, like they'll spit on you. Um, yeah, that girl literally spat on me, and it was the nasty spit that comes from deep in your throat where you can see green or yellow mucus. And I'm really sorry. I know that's really gross to talk about, but I want you babes to know the extent of her hatred towards beautiful, hyper feminine, unambiguous, dark skinned women. Well, I mean, at the time, girl, but such as myself. And what she did was extremely gross. And it was all because I was and still am a privileged, unambiguous, dark skinned girl. So, yeah, the moment she spat on me and casually walked away as if she didn't just do the the nastiest thing you could possibly do to a human being, I just froze because freezing was my trauma response. That girl was really good at physical altercations. And because I'm hyper feminine, I was terrible at fighting. And she knew that. So she actually took advantage of my femininity. And honestly, when she spat on me, it did crush my spirit. She stole my voice. Just like everyone is stealing our facial features, yeah, she stole my voice. And in that moment, I thought, well, if this is the result of being a feminine, unambiguous, dark skinned girl, then I don't want to be it. So, yeah, I forfeited my femininity and my privileges just to make a lighter skinned girl feel better about herself. Yeah, I know that's sad, right? But honestly, looking back, I feel so bad for that girl. And I really hope by now that she's a reformed colorist. And I hope and pray that she has healed from her deep seated hatred and jealousy towards unambiguous dark skinned women. And most importantly, I really hope that she didn't end up bleaching her skin. But and as for me, well, babes, you know how that story ends. Her assaults and her shade just made me a stronger person, and it ultimately turned me into Bizza the Babe. But alrighty, babes, let me know what you think of this video. Have you ever been assaulted because you are dark skinned? As a dark skinned woman, do you have your own colorism story? Let me know down below and we'll chat next video. Smooches.